Live service games, or games as a service, is a brand new business model for gaming. These are the kind of games that are alive and constantly add new content every season, which includes battle passes, cosmetics, expansions, and of course, microtransactions. Controversial as they are, these games have become the forefront of the gaming industry with their enjoyability and massive stream of revenue. What to Play presents 15 of the best live service games you should play right now. Note, these are not ranked by play scores, and others are subject to change due to the play scores dynamic system. For more live service games or more, check out our website at whattoplay.com. Let's start off the list with Fortnite Battle Royale. The perfect start to this somewhat controversial model in gaming, Epic's sudden shift from quirky tower defense game to the pop culture Battle Royale phenomenon that we know now is impressive. Drop down that battle bus and dominate the cartoonish battlefield with your squad of 3. Fortnite Battle Royale was the game that signaled a new age for young gamers to participate in this non-brutal battle to the death.
I killed myself, but I damaged him. Oh, yeah! Knocked him. Where's the catty guy?
Packed with an almost endless amount of content every month, unlock new skins, and discover the perplexing mysteries in this crazy world. A play score of 8.35 on the PS4, and followed by the rest of these consoles. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Tactical first-person shooter is Siege's strongest feature. Most FPS titles rely on fast-paced moment-to-moment action with no room for breathing. In R6 Siege, taking time and planning ahead is a key strategy to win the game. Grounded on actual CTUs, realism is the main priority in this live service game from Ubisoft. Gather your squad of 5 and select from over 50 unique operators that can turn the tide of every encounter. Each update adds a new operation to the game, shifting the meta and bringing along new operators with game-changing abilities. A play score of 8.24 on the PC, and the rest follows. Warframe. Digital Extreme's long-running free-to-play co-op game has come a long way. It currently is one of Steam's most played titles, and the numbers grow by the day. Space Ninjas is the easiest way to sum up Warframe. Create your own elite task force of ancient warriors known as Warframes. Select a frame and customize it to your heart's content, and enter a galaxy full of explorable planets and loot to collect. Over the years, the developers constantly add new gameplay features aside from the usual grinding and looting. The addition of new Warframes and a few story tidbits keep the lore interesting and alive. A play score of 8.30 on the PC, and here are the rest.
I won't beat around the topiary.
Stand with me!
Yeah! Oh, really, guys?
That was inspiring.
Also, there will be a ton of loot!
Destiny 2. Free from the shackles of Activision, Bungie's award-winning sci-fi MMO FPS makes its way to Steam, PS4, and Xbox One as a free game. A sequel to Bungie's first original IP after Halo, travel to distant planets and create your own character and choose from 3 unique classes. Each offer distinct abilities that can help you and your buddies in its multiplayer or single-player modes. Bungie isn't stopping with its limitless amount of content, although they did take a dip in quality recently. Nonetheless, each expansion brings a whole new flavor to the raids, especially with this additional story mode and powerful gear to unlock. The PlayStation 4 version receives a play score of 8.85, while the rest follow. Path of Exile. Blizzard's days when it comes to their dungeon-crawling icon, Diablo, has reached a standstill. First released on the PC last 2013, it took a while for Path of Exile to make a name for itself as the Diablo killer. And now, it's 2020. It has proven itself with its massive player base and expansive new content drops. Grinding Gear Games expanded on the isometric dungeon crawling with online activities that Diablo 3 couldn't deliver during their launch. It's still going strong today as a free-to-play title that's also free from the hassle of paywalls. A little daunting for beginners, there's no reason not to check it out, with an impressive score of 8.14 on the PC. Paladins. Hi-Rez's very own take on the hero shooter genre sparked a few controversies during its launch, but over the years it gained its own identity with more heroes and diverse multiplayer modes to choose from. At launch, Paladins wasn't free to play, and it took them almost a year to change their business model. Now a live service game, Paladins continues to add new features to the game, including a new champion every now and then and some sweet lore.
Double kill.
Paladins isn't Overwatch, it's its own kind of fun with a complex deck building system, and it receives a play score of 8.03 on the PC and PS4 and 7.25 on the Xbox One. Smite. Also from Hi-Rez, witness the clash of the gods in this MOBA game of epic proportions. The game boasts over 80 deities, figures, and mythological creatures from the world's many lores and religions, along with a few questionable additions. Whether it's Zeus, Thor, Anubis, or even the newly added Mulan, you're bound to find a god or warrior for you. Whatever game mode you choose, it's always a fight for praise and eternal glory.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Smite is still in its active phase, bringing in a new god in every season. A play score of 8.18 on the PS4, and here are the rest from other consoles. Dota 2. Valve knows how to keep pumping the good stuff. Making its humble beginnings as a Warcraft mod, it was a game that single-handedly started the MOBA genre. Valve redeveloped a sequel with overhauled graphics, improved UI, and remodeled heroes. Despite its vibrant looks, it boasts one of the steepest learning curves, with hundreds of heroes and counting, and deep mechanics. There's a lot of things you won't learn on your first days, weeks, and even years.
Nico Baby's already blown his BKB. They secret. They say Nisha was a fine target. We are still going to be a lockdown KP. But after he dies, KP's up and down the corner.
Its live service approach comes from its constant meta changes and patches, with every new update shifting the way heroes play. It's currently the #1 esport of this generation, with massive prize pools reaching millions and millions of dollars. It has a play score of 8.63. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Another title from Valve, Counter-Strike Source gave birth to a number of shooters from their very own Source engine. Now, Global Offensive was built on the strong foundations of the already established franchise, and slapping it on with updated visuals, improved multiplayer, and a few new modes. Not to mention it recently turned free-to-play for all the players. It provides an intense, skill-based system that even today still has an active community and a strong esports scene.
They keep pushing, they're on top of the Molotov, Electronic is there, and they go back to try and fight that duo, and it's a 3-on-3. Boomich, pretty quick up catwalk, that spray as he's falling back, still dinks Amanek.
Its latest content, Shattered Web, brings in new equipable agents and a revamped Battle Pass system. While its punishing learning curve might be too much for newcomers, the grind is always worth it. It has a play score of 8.46 on the PC. Call of Duty Warzone. The latest shooter in the market, Activision brings in the big guns with their very own standalone Battle Royale game. For free. Survive a harsh yet massive battlefield with up to 150 other players that might be insanely good or monumentally bad. As of the moment, the game has 2 modes that are as good as the other. Go Battle Royale and be the last man standing, or Plunder as you go on a race against time to deliver a bag of moolah.
I thermited one, pretty good. One's down, I'm pushing, push.
Nice, I'll push
Someone's landing? Alright, we got a lot of money. We caught up a little. That was the #1 squad, so we caught up a lot there. We just need to find a way to deposit it now.
As a live service title, it's still in its fresh start, so expect a few improvements coming along the way with more game modes, cosmetics, and maps. If you can get past its massive 80 to 100 gigabyte game size, you'll be okay. A play score of 8.32 on the PS4, 7.08 on the Xbox One, and as for PC, no play score yet. Although you could help it by giving it a review on our website. Apex Legends. Titanfall spin-off takes you to a sadistic arena with a ragtag group of characters. Gather your squad of 3, select your champion, and begin the hunt. It shares the same hero-based strategy from Blizzard's Overwatch, but the action is quicker as time pushes everyone to keep moving forward. As far as Battle Royales go, become the last squad standing in an arena of 60 people.
There's 3. What? There's 2 teams. I'm seeing 3 people. One more? Oh. I didn't even know those last left, I'm not gonna lie.
Whether you want to take it slow or aggressively, the choice is up to you. EA's continuous support for this game brings in more content every month. Its latest hero, Revenant, adds a harrowing presence to the arena. A play score of 8.44 on the PlayStation 4, and the rest follows.
Victory or death!
Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft. Whether you like it or not, it's the leading CG in the gaming sphere. Not even Blizzard's controversial debacle could stop this strategy game from dying. Over its 6-year run, the game still plays the same. Control a deck and choose among the 9 iconic classes and characters from the Warcraft universe. Each has their own unique abilities that shape the battlefield, and it's up to you to outsmart your opponent.
Go on. I'm interested. That is 20 if you got all 3.
Maximize your turn by dealing the most efficient damage to your enemy, and watch them concede when you play your cards right.
Easy. Easiest game of my life.
Hey buddy, you mad?
Are they upset? Are they mad?
Take a deep breath, it's gonna be okay.
With expansions and balance changes coming in every season, it's a good game for a casually fun card battling experience. A play score of 8.41 on the Android, and the rest follows. Fallout Shelter. Looks like Bethesda's Fallout spin-off made it to the list, and others might not be too happy about this. A quirky social commentary about the effects of nuclear war, become the overseer and build your own underground Fallout bunker. Rebuild civilization from the bowels of the earth and repopulate your citizens and create a thriving community capable of sustaining their day-to-day activities, except for any incoming raider or Deathclaw attack. The main Fallout titles may have suffered a literal fallout in quality, but this casual simulation offers fresh content every month. It's currently free on the PC, Android, and the iOS, and receives a play score of 7.98, 8.51, and 8.17 respectively. Rocket League. Hear the roaring engines of indestructible cars. Rocket League is a sports game that mixes over-the-top physics and a fun multiplayer experience for all ages. The goal, pun intended, of the game is simple. Use your rocket-powered vehicle to control one giant ball, race across the pitch, and score a goal. It's literally football with a big hauling metal twist.
This final minutes, who goes down? They don't want Space Station to be able to really turtle up. It's going to drop straight over, and Freaky gets one back.
Freaky, a bounce shot from just above the net. Oh no, it was Flame who puts it down. Freaky just putting it in.
It's become a notable inclusion to the esports scene, and to this day, developer Psyonix continues to support the game with rocket passes in competitive seasons and a bigger esport tournament in the future. It has a play score of 8.84 on the PS4, and here are for the other consoles. Before we present our last game on the list, if it weren't for their polarizing play scores, here are some honorable mentions that didn't quite make the cut. PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battlegrounds. When Fortnite is too cartoony, there's always Bluehole's realistic battle royale. Be the last man standing in a battlefield of 100 players and get that chicken dinner. Its recent updates range from weapon balance to bug fixes. League of Legends. Riot Games' very own MOBA is something, but its parade of abysmal reviews turned this game's play score upside down. Nonetheless, it's still hailed as one of the most played games in the world despite its community. GWENT, the Witcher card game. It couldn't really compete with the big CGs just yet, but CD Projekt Red's standalone version of Witcher 3's GWENT is shaping up to be a strong competitive card game in the esports scene. CDPR constantly adds new cards to its expansion every season. Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Square Enix's prodigal son returns, and its massive overhaul gave birth to a rising number of new players. This MMORPG takes you to the world of Final Fantasy, oozing with spellbinding magic and adorable chocobos. Its latest expansion, Shadowbringers, changes everything we know about 14. World of Warships. Wargaming's free-to-play battleship game is still racking up a strong player base. Navigate the high seas with your team of explorers and battle it out with destroyers, cruisers, and battleships. It's a high-stakes, all-out war, complete with history's iconic vessels from around the globe.
Cheers, love! The cavalry's here!
Overwatch. Blizzard hit the jackpot when their team-based hero shooter dominated the market when it released. Overwatch to this day is still alive and kicking, although their numbers aren't quite record-breaking as it was before. Blizzard is currently focusing on their hero-based competition up until now. Over the years, its live service feature has presented new gameplay changes into the mix, including their latest role lock and the upcoming new DPS hero, Echo.
Duplicating personality matrix. Reinhardt.
Of course, these are all but preparations for their most anticipated sequel, Overwatch 2, on which the details are still a mystery as of the moment. It receives a play score of 8.62 on the PS4, 8.57 on the PC, and 8.07 on the Xbox One.